What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Solana, and I'm going to be giving you a price prediction for the top of the 2025 bull market. You do not want to miss a single part of the video because I will walk you through my system and break down why my number is what it is. Don't go anywhere. This is the Investing Bros. Let's get it. All right, everybody. Now, I've done one of these predictions a couple of months ago, but I wanted to make sure I freshened it up for any of our new viewers, make sure I took into account any differences. And I will say, while some of my videos that I did months ago, I will have to adjust the prices slightly. Solana's going to stick somewhat close to what I had before. So if you know what my number was before, you might already guess it. But for the rest of you, stick around for the whole video. If you are new to how I do price predictions, I'm going to be giving you guys 4 assumptions that I am taking. And if those assumptions are correct, then I will get the number that I am going to give you. If at any point in the video you disagree with one of my assumptions, first of all, go down below and comment what you disagree with, why you disagree with it, and what your number is instead. The rest of you, though, you can use this to kind of make a prediction about almost any single coin you want to make a price prediction for. And even for Solana, if you want to adjust some numbers, maybe you agree with 3 of my assumptions, but one you're a little different. It's all simply a math equation that you can plug the numbers and get your own results. So before we get going, if you guys are enjoying it so far, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more content just like this. Let's start off with assumption number 1. It's the same assumption for every single coin that I do a price prediction, and that is the market cap of all of crypto. I believe that we will see $11 trillion come to the crypto space as a total market cap. Some people try to say that's too high. I actually think maybe I'm a little too low. I've given reasons for this in the past, but ultimately we have a lot of different people in the space predicting that to be the number. Of course, this a couple years ago was what the total market cap of gold was, but it's also a nice deviation of about 3.6% increase from the top of last cycle's top of total market cap. Just like that top was 3.6% or 3.6x, excuse me, I said percent, 3.6x of the one before that one. So if we repeat the pattern where we have another increase of 3.6x, then we will see 11 trillion again. Like I said, though, I wouldn't be surprised if the market cap went even higher than this, but I'm going to keep it at this $11 trillion market cap. Now, that's my assumption number 1. Again, let me know down below if you disagree. That leads into leads into our assumption number 2. If we know the market cap of total crypto, what will the market cap potentially be of Solana? Now, Solana, I'm going to make an assumption here, and this is not a crazy assumption, but I'm going to make the assumption that Solana will be at number 3 or number 4 on coin market cap. If we go over here and look at coin market cap at the moment, Solana has actually cooled off a little bit. It actually made a brief appearance at number 4, I believe. And Tether, when we get to the top of the bull market, will be a little bit lower here. So we're really only saying Solana jumps is either where it is currently or makes one move up to be number 3 or number 4. So that's really not that much of a stretch. You can argue with me if you want to, but I think that's a pretty fair assumption that Solana will be at number 3 or number 4. Now, the reason that's significant is because historically, when we get to the top of bull markets, the coins in the number 3 or number 4 spot have anywhere between a 3 to 5% dominance. Remember assumption number 1 that we're going to have $11 trillion. Well, if Solana does what I assume in assumption 2 and it gets to number 3 or number 4, then we should see either somewhere between a 3 to 5% dominance. It's a little bit of a spread right there, and I'm going to do the numbers for you so you see the spread, but that is our assumption number 2. Moving on to assumption number 3 to answer that question of what will the market cap be for Solana. If this happens the way I think it will, again, number 3 and number 4, we should see a market cap for Solana somewhere between 330 billion all the way up to maybe as high as 550 billion. Let's go back over here and let's take a look at coin market cap. Let's click on Solana and scroll down. Now that's pretty big because right now the market cap for Solana is sitting at a measly 67 billion, right? I'm saying here that we should see somewhere between a 330 to 550 billion dollars. That right there, even market cap wise, is going to be a nice increase. But that's the first thing we're going to have to take a look at here is if we get our assumption number 2 correct, being number 3 and number 4, we're going to have a pretty large market cap, one that rivals the same level of a market cap that Ethereum had back in 2021 when it got over 500 billion. Now, it moves us on to the fourth and potentially one of the hardest ones to kind of pinpoint, but Solana's a little bit cleaner, and that is going to be what will we get out of our supply? Because to get the price action, if you're looking at this number right here, this is the current price of Solana at the time of making this video. Ultimately, that price is just derived from our market cap divided by the supply, right? So right now, if you were to do the math and divide that market cap by that supply, that's what equals $151. To give this number and where this number will be potentially in the fall of 2025, when we should see a bull market top, I'm going to need to find out not just where the market cap is going to be, but where the supply will be. Now, Solana is an interesting coin when it comes to its tokenomics. It started off with an 8% inflation, but every so often there's things that have to happen that makes that inflation drop by roughly 15%. This past year, we saw it be at about 5.7%. And by the end of next year, we'll see it closer to around 4.9%. That's just the drop off of the inflation. As Solana continues to mature, even though it prints out a lot of new tokens every year, those token supply increases will decline year by year pretty much. So to get this one, I'm going to go and estimate if we're going to predict that the top of the bull market is going to be, again, fall of 2025, let's just call it early October. That would mean that with the current inflation rate on Solana and the current circulating supply being at 447 billion tokens, or sorry, million, excuse me, don't want to missay that, 447 million tokens in circulation. At the current inflation rate, which is going to be around 4.9% for this next year, we should see it come out somewhere in the range of 469 million tokens in the supply. Now, that's a lot right there. Tell me if you disagree. Tell me, am I missing something that would mean that supply would be higher or lower? Let me know in the comments down below. But we have now our assumptions for the total market cap. We have our assumptions for where Solana's market cap should be, and we have our assumptions for where the supply would be. Quick math. We get our price predictions. Let's head over to the trading view chart and take a look at them so you can see them more clearly. Currently, again, price hovering right here at $151, but our range that we are looking for, again, this is with the assumption that we will have somewhere between a $330 billion market cap up to a $550 billion market cap. We're going to have somewhere around 469 million tokens in existence. If we stay lower, and we get closer to that $330 billion market cap, the price for Solana will come in at $700, give or take. It's going to be like 703, I think is where the math checks out. But ultimately, let's just go ahead and call it an even 700. That's the low end that I'm looking at right now. On the high end, if Solana does do that $550 billion market cap, we should see roughly a $1,170 price for Solana. Now, you've heard people talking about Solana getting closer to 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I've seen people even predict as high as 10,000. For that to happen, ladies and gentlemen, I think a lot of chaos would have to ensue. I am very big on Solana. I do believe this coin is going to make it, again, closer towards that $1,000 mark. But like I said, historically, even being number 3, you're only going to keep a small piece of the pie when it comes to total crypto market cap. So for Solana to start getting closer towards the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 price prediction, the total market cap realistically probably would need to get closer to $50 trillion. I don't think there's that many people predicting that we'll get to 50 trillion. And I don't think there's that many people that think Solana is about to flip Ethereum either. So because of that, I want to make sure you guys understand, if you have been told or given this fairy tale thought that Solana is going to be a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 coin, I just want to bring it back down to the basics of mathematics. And some people are going to say I'm being too aggressive here and giving them too much credit. I think I'm being extremely fair. I think I've laid out the the route to this price pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys between these two options, because we got like a $400 spread. I'm a fan of the $1,000 mark. I'm a fan of getting to $1,000. I even think the 1172 is definitely doable. What you should know, though, is because Solana's had such a great run up in the bull market already, if you were to buy today at this $151, $152 price action, let's just say we do get to 1170 or so. We're only talking about a 7 or 8x roughly. That's right there, about 670, 680%. That's a 7.7x on your return. There's a lot of other coins that are going to do a lot greater. If I'm wrong about Solana and it maybe doesn't perform as well and only gets to that $330 billion market cap, now we're talking about a 4 to 5x at best from these current prices. Right. So at the end of the day, this is a good, safe place to have your money. Hopefully, a lot of you are buying your Solana a lot lower. Like, for example, if you were one of those crazy people who said, you know what, I know there's a lot of FUD out there, but I'm going to buy me some $8 Solana. You're going to finish this bull market, even with that $700 price action, at an, let's see, that would be a 90x from the bottom right there. And that's just the more bearish side of it. Let's say we get over 1,000. Now we're talking about somewhere closer towards an 150x. But unfortunately, a lot of the bullishness that Solana's bull market's going to have did happen pre-halving. I would not be surprised in its maturity from here on out for this not to be one of the biggest gainers in your portfolio. I do not recommend selling all of it, but I do heavily caution people from thinking that they're going to continue to maybe experience a 20, 30, or 40x from their Solana holdings from here. That's just not realistic. We've made a lot of money on Solana, and Solana is going to go up and still be one of the top coins in crypto. However, I do believe we're talking best case scenario 8x left for your Solana holdings. That's what I have for you guys in this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe to not miss a single piece of content just like this. Don't miss any of our live shows where we cover the news and the charts of what's happening right now so you can be prepared and know whether it's time to buy or whether it's time to sell some of your trades. Also, make sure, again, leave comments below, not only what you liked about this video, maybe leave some criticism. What did you not like? What are suggestions you have? And maybe what are some other tokens and coins you want me to review in the future? With that said, though, guys, that's all I have for you in this one. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.